Kris Tyson is officially the internet's most hated person, and it all happened in the span of less than 24 hours. It's not every day that Mrbeast will have his best friend be completely exposed to the entirety of the world, and it all started from one simple mistake of messaging the wrong person. An online artist by the name Shadman is well known by the majority of the internet. Shadman is known for creating not safe for work art based off of either real life people or fictional characters. And Shadman will draw these people either sexualized or being abused in one way or another, which is obviously illegal. Shadman would post all of this artwork to his own website, and this is where he began to get recognized. A famous example of this is when a random account on Twitter would ask Shadman to create an illustration of Keemstar's daughter doing inappropriate things with Donald Trump, to which Shadman would reply with, "Only if Trump wins the election." And after Trump won the election, Shadman would post exactly that. The worst part? Keemstar's daughter was only 7 years old at the time. So what exactly does all this have to do with Kris Tyson? A video was uploaded to the internet titled "This video will make you hate Kris Tyson," where on the 24th of August 2017, Mrbeast would upload the video tipping pizza delivery guys $10,000. And at the 9.5 minute mark, you can clearly see this piece of artwork in the background, which when taken over to Kris's Twitter under the caption "bonus fidget spinners to really throw in some extra autism" at Shadbase, you can see that he has bought a drawing of an underage girl from Shadman and hung it up on the wall in their house. This isn't the only scenario where Kris has been caught dealing with this type of artwork, as on the 16th of April 2018, Kris would make a random tweet replying to something Shadbase had posted, reading, "No Beast Boy trap, Shad you've changed, sad face," assuming that Kris wanted Shadman to draw art of Beast Boy, a fictional character who was mentioned to be only 16 years old. Another tweet, however, depicts when a user would post, "Remember this growing up? Me too. Check it out," at Shadbase, showing an image of Caillou, obviously drawn by Shadbase, being molested by his mother, when Caillou was known for being 4 years old on the show, but Kris would still reply to that tweet, reading "Help, I need an adult," when Kris was still roughly 20 years old. And it doesn't even stop there, as back on July 14, 2017, a user by the name Garabatos would post, "And another one from 201 bites the dust. On the bright side, DA is clearing my gallery," with an image showing Maple and Dipper, two siblings from Gravity Falls, making out when on the show they were only 12 years old at the time. It's no surprise that Kris would reply to this tweet stating they are twins, so at that point it's just masturbation, right? Before going on to another tweet about a fictional girl, this time Violet from The Incredibles. And before even showing the tweet, I need to make it clear that Violet is 14 years old. So Kris Tyson responding to this tweet with "low-key, she cute" definitely raised some suspicion amongst the community. But what was more surprising to everyone on the internet is that Kris wasn't just a fan of Shadman. In fact, it was more than likely that they were actually friends, as one time during one of Kris's streams, Kris would quote, "accidentally" pull up Shadman's website whilst live on the platform, and at the same time posting that clip to Twitter, shouting out Shadman for luckily having safe for work drawings when the front page loaded. This could have been a devastating end for Kris's career. Practically instantly if the drawings had loaded were a lot worse. But what's more confusing to the general public is the fact of how someone would accidentally pull this website up in the first place.
So the question is, how does one accidentally misclick and go on it if you don't frequent a place like that? Like me personally, I've never just been browsing the web on Google and misclicked into like Rule 34. Like that's literally never happened.
The allegations have only just scraped the iceberg, as now a video titled "Kris Tyson talked inappropriately to a 13-year-old" started surfacing on the internet. The video covers tweets that were made.
There's something that I can show that is illegal, It's disgusting. It's something that you should never be talking about with a 13-year-old, 14-year-old.
Which can be read in Chris's tweet. Guys, we are so close to our goal, oh my god. One more Patreon and I'm releasing my nudes. Then a 14-year-old fan under the name Lava would jokingly respond with, I'm your first Patreon big boy, showing their donation to Kris of a singular dollar, to where Kris would respond with, but not $5, pathetic. Just kidding, with a kissing emoji. Then Lava would ask Kris to check the donations again, with what we can see is them donating the $5, and Kris would respond with, lol, I just saw this. Hold up, I got you, dad. I posted some fire nudes for you, please no share. Now, Kris would add this user on Snapchat to where the messages get even worse, as Lava would send a screenshot of a snap that Kris had sent to them, with the caption, coming for America, but not how you'd traditionally spell the word. Alongside more screenshots released of this user and the names that they would call each other. Replying to Kris, I love how I set that embed up, so it shows you looking sexy. And at Kris, will you be my Valentine? Lava was simultaneously texting Kris on Discord, Lava, practice with this. Kris, Lava's mum tomorrow, which we can all understand exactly what that means. Then afterwards, Lava would actually end up going to meet with Kris and Carl in real life, whilst still being underage. Then Keemstar stated on Twitter, Mrbeast connected me directly to Lava, the alleged Kris Tyson victim. Lava, I was not by Kris Tyson. I did not meet Kris Tyson by myself. I met Kris and the Mrbeast crew with my family present. I ran a Discord with Kris Tyson when I was 13 and edgy inappropriate jokes were said. That's it. Which was then retweeted by an ex-member of the Mrbeast crew, Jake the Viking, focusing on the last sentence, mentioning sending sexual jokes to a 13-year-old is not okay, never has been, never will be. GG's to Lava for confirming the allegations. And that's exactly what every comment under Lava's post agreed with. You've been groomed, man. You're a victim. You don't have to protect these people. That's called grooming. You're not supposed to feel like it was wrong. Alongside sharing the fact to the world that Kris had an old channel posting revenge porn pictures.
He's a very popular Nickelodeon star on the show iCarly, and probably be seen as the pulling of the show. It'll probably be taken off the air. Second off, you'll probably see the photos get taken down at some point tonight, maybe tomorrow, because Nickelodeon has that kind of power. But the link's in the description if you want to see them. I mean, I'm not endorsing people to go look at somebody else's private business, but I know that, people might want to see them, so it's there if you want it.
Quoting, I'm not endorsing people to look at them, but the link is in the description. Followed by another tweet from Jake the Viking, randomly stating Jimmy New. Then Penguin Zero would cover the recent drama.
Talking to minors inappropriately is horrible, and having this kind of continued relationship with a minor where you're sharing edgy and inappropriate jokes back and forth and being in group chats and voice chats with children and saying gross things around them is so weird that it is not okay under any situation. It's disgusting behavior.
And only a day later, after changing the Kris Tyson YouTube channel into a pretend fan page, abandoning the Snapchat account, taking everything off Twitter, and disabling comments on Instagram, Kris Tyson would make the following statement. I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it has hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mrbeast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Gaining 50 million views in less than 2 days, with replies such as, you belong in jail, see you never, hopefully, hope your ex-wife keeps you well away from that kid, and hey Kris, I heard you like him young. And finally, Mrbeast would respond to the entire situation, concluding that over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious allegations of Ava Tyson's behavior online, and I am disgusted and opposed to such unacceptable acts. During that time, I have been focused on hiring an independent third party to conduct a thorough investigation to ensure I have all the facts. That said, I've seen enough online and taken immediate action to remove Ava from the company, my channel, and any association with Mrbeast. I do not condone or support any of the inappropriate actions. I will allow the independent investigators the necessary time to conduct a comprehensive investigation and will take any further actions based on their findings.